This story is inspired by a real-life experience that occurred in Thailand. However, to enhance the storytelling and engage a broader audience, the names of the characters and locations have been changed. The essence of the tale remains true to the original events, capturing the eerie and unsettling atmosphere of the haunting experience. The Haunting of Ashwood House. Jamie and Alex had been dreaming of finding their perfect home for years. They wanted a place that wasn't just a house, but a sanctuary where they could build their life together. After months of searching, they finally stumbled upon Ashwood House, a charming old property on the outskirts of a peaceful town. It was everything they had hoped for: spacious rooms, a beautiful garden, and a welcoming atmosphere that promised tranquility. Excited about their new beginning, they quickly signed the lease and moved in on a crisp autumn day, with the golden leaves falling gently around them. At first, the house was everything they had envisioned. The large windows let in streams of sunlight, and the antique furniture they brought with them seemed to fit perfectly into the home's character. Jamie and Alex were filled with joy as they settled into their new life. They spent their weekends decorating, exploring the surrounding area, and planning their future. Everything felt right until subtle changes began to unfold. Alex, who had always been the more cheerful and energetic of the two, started acting differently. He became increasingly withdrawn and moody, often lost in his thoughts. It began with small things. He would snap at Jamie over trivial matters, or retreat into the quiet corners of the house, avoiding conversation. Jamie attributed these changes to the stress of moving and hoped that Alex would return to his old self once things settled down. However, the situation took a darker turn when Alex began experiencing strange occurrences. He would wake up in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat, mumbling in a language Jamie couldn't understand. His eyes would dart around the room as if he was searching for something unseen. Despite Jamie's attempts to comfort him and encourage him to seek medical help, Alex's condition seemed to worsen. As if Alex's distress wasn't enough, their beloved pets, Max the dog and Bella the cat, started disappearing. It began with Max, who vanished without a trace. Jamie and Alex scoured the neighborhood, posted flyers, and visited local shelters, but there was no sign of him. Then, Bella went missing in a similar fashion. The house, once lively with their playful antics, now felt unnervingly silent and empty. Jamie was devastated, feeling that the joy of their new home was slipping away. Jamie's unease grew as she noticed more inexplicable events. Objects seemed to move on their own. A vase would topple over, a door would creak open by itself, and lights would flicker. The house, which had once felt so inviting, now seemed to harbor a malevolent presence. The noises at night were the worst, soft whispers and faint cries that seemed to come from nowhere, echoing through the empty rooms. Alex's behavior became increasingly erratic. He spoke of seeing shadows darting across the walls and hearing disembodied whispers. He would often sit in the dark, staring into space, and would frequently wake up screaming from nightmares. Despite seeking help from doctors and therapists, no one could provide a satisfactory explanation for his condition or offer any relief. In desperation, Jamie decided to investigate the house's history. She reached out to a local historian who specialized in old properties and their pasts. The historian, an elderly man with a deep knowledge of the town's history, agreed to help. He discovered that Ashwood House was built on land with a troubling past. Years before the house was constructed, there had been a series of tragic events on the site. 2 individuals had died under mysterious and tragic circumstances, and their restless spirits were believed to haunt the land. Jamie was both intrigued and terrified by this revelation. The historian explained that the spirits might be disturbed by the presence of the living, leading to the strange occurrences and disturbances Jamie and Alex had experienced. He suggested that they perform a ritual to appease the spirits and bring peace to the house. Determined to restore peace to their home, Jamie and Alex decided to follow the historian's advice. They prepared for the ritual with a mix of skepticism and hope. They gathered items needed for the ritual: incense, candles, and ancient prayers. As they conducted the ceremony, the air around them grew heavy, and an oppressive silence fell over the house. They could almost feel the presence of the spirits as they performed the ritual, reciting prayers and making offerings. The hours of ritualistic practices seemed to stretch endlessly. Jamie and Alex felt an intense, palpable tension, as if the very walls of the house were watching them. Despite their fears, they continued with determination, hoping to bring an end to the torment they had endured. Gradually, the oppressive atmosphere began to lift, and the house felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from its old beams. After completing the ritual, Jamie and Alex felt a profound sense of relief. The house, which had been a source of anxiety and fear, now felt like a place where they could once again find solace. However, the experience had taken a toll on them, and they decided it was best to leave Ashwood House behind. They packed their belongings and prepared to move to a new home, far from the haunted memories of their past. As they drove away from Ashwood House, they felt a bittersweet sense of liberation. The house stood silent in the distance, its eerie reputation fading into the annals of local legend. Jamie and Alex moved into a new home, where they hoped to rebuild their lives and find the peace that had eluded them. They were grateful to have faced their fears and uncovered the hidden truths of their former residence. Reflection: the story of Ashwood House serves as a haunting reminder that the past often leaves its mark on the present. The echoes of forgotten tragedies and the memories of those who once lived there can shape our experiences in ways we might never fully understand. It is a testament to the enduring power of history and the importance of confronting our fears. While the ghosts of Ashwood House were laid to rest, the lessons learned from the experience remained with Jamie and Alex, guiding them as they faced the future.